Hello beautiful yogis and yoginis. I am Miranda and you're here with May Yoga. So today we're going to be outdoors in beautiful Copenhagen, focusing on our digestive tract. Yay, digestion. If this is your first time practicing with me, I ask that you look in the description below this video, find a link for a separate video called Tips for a Safe Yoga Practice, and watch that first. For props, please just have some water so you can take some whenever you need. So go ahead and come over to Balasana, Child's Pose. You're going to have your knees together. Bringing your hands into fist here. We're going to go through a little bit of a movement where we're bowing forward in Balasana. You're going to have those fists on the belly to start to put pressure on your core, on that abdomen. So inhale here, and then exhale, fold forward, allowing the forehead to come down to the mat. Hold here for this first breath to just kind of settle in. And then using your core muscles, pull you up. Bring your hands behind the body with the fingertips pointed back. Palms are about 8 inches away from the feet. Push into the hips, so your hips are digging into the heels. You're going into a back bend. Shining the heart forward and up, going into that release. And then inhale, rise up, fist to the belly. Exhale, fold forward. Moving through this movement. Inhale, come up. Draw the hands back, shining that heart. Exhale, release forward. Fist to the belly, forehead to the ground. Inhale, going into that heart opener. Hips digging into the heels. Exhale to Balasana. One more time of this, guys. Inhale, come up. And exhale to Balasana. Coming back up to neutral, you're going to come to a seated position, moving towards Gomukhasana. I'll be your mirror for this first part. So draw the right knee down below, and then stack that left knee on top. Your feet are going to be very flexed to protect your knees. And this is a great little hip release, hip opener. If you follow Ayurveda medicine, your Vata dosha, which is responsible for the movement of materials in your body, is actually seated in your hips. So this is kind of bringing Ayurveda into this. So holding here, feet flexed, inhale, and then exhale. Begin to twist over to the left side. Right arm comes to the top of that left leg, left hand behind the body, going into a seated twist. Gomukhasana legs, upper body into the twist, looking behind you. I can see that gorgeous tree behind me. Inhale, draw the arms up to the sky. And exhale, go into just a brief counter twist, resetting the spine. Inhale, come up. We're going to move to butterfly. Before we move to the other side, we're going to do a few little circles. This is a fun little practice. So draw the hands to the front of the shins. We're going to be moving in a clockwise direction for the first set. So inhale, draw the heart forward. Exhale. Just think almost like you're making hula hoop circles with your torso. Inhale when you come to the front. Exhale. Be sure on the exhale that you're actively pulling that navel in towards your spine. Waking up the whole core area, building up the muscles and the core line of the body. Inhale to the front and exhale back to neutral. Moving to the opposite side now. So you're going to draw that left knee to the bottom, stack the right knee on top. Flexing the feet, getting your Gomukhasana legs, your Gomukhasana seat. And then left arm crosses over on top of that right quadricep. Right hand comes behind the body, one palm length away. Inhale and exhale. Twist, looking over that right shoulder. On every inhale, make sure you're filling that belly up as much as you can. And every exhale, fully releasing, pulling the navel in. Last breath here. And on the inhale, arms rise up to the sky and go into that counter twist. Hands come down, twisting the spine in the opposite direction. Inhale, back up, returning to butterfly, for those little circles in the counterclockwise direction. So feet come together, hands on the front of the shins, inhale forward, exhale, counterclockwise. When you move to the back, when you're exhaling, when you move to the front, you're inhaling. 2 more of these, just rounding those shoulders and opening the heart when you move forward, moving with the breath. Coming back to the front and neutral spine. Next, we're going to be moving towards triangle, Trikonasana, and then Parivruta Trikonasana, twisted triangle. We're going to come to this through a downward dog. So go ahead and come up to hands and knees. Hands are stacked under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Tuck the toes under. On your next exhale, push into the feet, lift the hips up, down dog. Just pedaling the feet out. This is our first down dog. So even downward dog is really great for your digestion. Obviously, it's a bit of an inversion, but it's also very good for the digestion, especially when you think about pulling that navel in towards the spine. Having a very active core body. Inhale, we're going to move on our left leg first. So draw that left foot up to the sky. Exhale, bring it to the front. You're going to move coming up to a warrior 2. So inhale, swoop the arms up, coming to a brief warrior 2, 90-degree bend in that left knee, holding here for a moment. And then straighten that front leg, making sure the left heel is in line with the arch of that right foot. And on your next exhale, I want you to think about shooting those hips towards the back of the mat, like somebody is pushing into this front hip. So sending those hips back, fingertips, left fingertips are being pulled forward. Inhale here, and then exhale. Drop the hand maybe down to the top of that left shin or down to the mat if you can, and then swing that right arm forward and coming up. Straight line here on the right arm, pulling it up to the sky, looking over towards the fingertips of the right hand. What's nice about Trikonasana, Parivruta Trikonasana is this is a compression and release in that core area, which what is needed to kind of stimulate the nerves to aid in digestion in this part of the body. Inhale here. Now moving into the twist, dropping that right hand. You can just keep it on the mat to the inside of that left foot, and then draw the left hand up to the sky. Looking over towards the left fingertips. Fingers are spread wide on the left hand. Last breath. Breathe in and out. Draw the hands back down to the earth. We're going to take a vinyasa before moving to the other side. So palms flat to the earth, bend the knee, step back to down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, take the vinyasa, coming down, swimming through, and back to down dog. Hold for 3. I'm going to switch angles just so you can see this better. Last breath in down dog. And working on the right foot now. So inhale that right foot up. Exhale, bring it to the front. Coming up to warrior 2. Inhale, draw yourself up. And now checking the right heel is in line with that left arch. Holding here for just a moment. And then straightening that front leg. Again, feel like I'm there, I'm pushing into the psoas area, sending those hips back. Right fingertips are being pulled forward. Finding your maximum here. And then on that next exhale, dropping the hand, right hand down to the top of that right shin, foot, or to the mat. Swimming that left arm forward all the way up. Looking up over that left shoulder, past the fingertips on the left hand. One last breath. Inhale. And now going into that Parivruta Trikonasana, left fingertips come down to the earth, and then draw the right hand up to the sky behind you. Looking over, stretching those fingers nice and wide, twisting your entire middle of the body. Inhale and exhale. Draw the hands down to the earth, bending that front knee, picking up the back heel. We're going to take that vinyasa to come out of this. So step the foot back to down dog. Inhale, come through to plank. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, come through on your up dog. And exhale, down dog. Staying here for just this last down dog of this practice, really pushing those heels back, pulling the belly in. Imagine that your navel is getting drawn right to your beautiful spine. Very active core as always. One more slow breath here, guys. Very nice. And then drop the knees down. We're going to move onto our backs now. So we're going to move into Ardha Pawamuktasana. I always have trouble saying that name. So this is going to be a half wind releasing pose is what it translates to, and you'll understand why when I show this to you. So come down to the earth. What's nice about this is that your ascending colon is on the right side, your descending colon is on the left. So when you put pressure on one at a time, this actually helps release trapped toxins. It helps stimulate digestion. You're kind of working with your body here, okay? In a nice, gentle manner too, so it's pretty awesome. So supine position at first. Just taking a breath here, making sure the back of your head's connected, your spine is nice and long. And we'll be working on the right side first, so into that ascending colon area. So go ahead and draw the right leg, bend the right knee, interlace the fingers on top of that right shin, and pull it in towards your chest. Squeezing here. Keeping that right foot flexed, we're going to move into a supine twist from here to Matsyendrasana. So using the left hand, help cross the right leg over the body. Right hand comes away from you, 90 degrees. Left foot comes down to the earth. If you can't reach all the way over, it's fine. Just hold here, using your left hand to keep you very active in this twist. Last thing is turning your head and looking towards your right hand. Few more moments here. Loving this little spinal release we got going on here. It's awesome. And then using the left hand, draw that right knee back up. Squeeze it up to the chest for this last moment. And switching over. Extend the right leg. Begin to bring that left knee in. Wrap the fingers around that left shin. Clasp the hands and pull it in. Compressing the descending colon. I know I'm showing this to you at a little quick rate, but obviously when you get this sequence and you want to stay longer, if it feels good, you can do that. So now we're going to go into that supine twist, using the right hand to draw the left leg over the body, drawing that foot down to the earth or as far as you can. Keep that right hand to hold steady pressure. Left hand moves out 90 degrees. Try to peel that left shoulder back to the earth and turn the head to look towards the left hand. Taking this last breath here. And begin to release. Draw the left knee back into the chest. Bring that left foot down to the mat. Bending the right knee. And for just this last moment, go ahead and hug it all in. Give yourself a bit of love. Pulling the chin towards the chest. Squeezing it all in. And then coming up to seated. Guys, that is the end of the physical part of this practice. I wanted to kind of keep it a little short and sweet for you. There is going to be a pranayama that I would like to show you though. That's going to be a lovely, all pranayamas are, breathing exercises, are great for improving focus, clearing the mind, reducing stress. This one is actually also really good for engaging the core muscles a bit and helping in digestion. So if this is all the time you have just for the physical part, that is fine. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. And feel free to hit that like, the subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave any feedback you wish. But if you would like to join me for the pranayama part, just make sure that your sit bones are grounded. Your arms are relaxed at your side. Palms are facing up. Close your eyes for a moment. And we're going to be doing Kapalbhati, which literally translates to skull shining. So Kapal is your head, your forehead, your skull, depending on who you ask. And then Bhati is to shine it. So it's a lovely exercise, obviously, to bring energy, to clear the mind, to focus. But it is a forced exhalation. Your expiration of your breath, the exhalation bit, is very forceful. So that's why it helps in digestion, because you're drawing that belly button in. And it may look really silly, but it's awesome. And it's a small movement that actually strengthens your abdominal wall and will give you better posture. It has a lot of great benefits, everything. I will write all this down below in the description, this underneath this video, if you're interested in reading more about it, but I just want to demonstrate it for you. So you can leave the hands facing up. Your inhale is going to be as big as you can make it, and then the exhale is very drawing that navel in. So we'll practice a few of the simple kind first. So inhale, exhale. Breathe in and out. In, out. So that's kind of the simple one of doing. You could start off, if you've never done Kapalbhati before, just doing that. Just practicing that quick drawing in of your core. For people who have practiced this before, you want to bring a bit more of a challenge into it, you're going to inhale big, the same, and then you're going to do repeated exhalations. So your inhale is passive. It's what happens naturally after you force the air out. The exhalation is where you're putting your energy in and drawing the muscles in. So again, hands relaxed at the side. Breathe in and out. Doing as many as you can, maybe starting off with 5, 6, working yourself up as much as you can possibly. Again, inhale fully and begin. Again, inhale. Doing as many of these as you like here. Taking one last one with me. And when you're finished and you're ready to come out of this, taking some regular breaths to kind of return to a more natural, relaxed breathing state. And then open your eyes when you're done. Like I said, the lovely thing about this exercise, this breathing exercise, is you can do it anywhere. It's a very simple movement. It's best to be doing it obviously when you're seated so that you have that connection to the earth with your sit bones and you're sitting up nice and tall. You can do this sitting at your desk. You can do it watching TV. Just Always be very careful, and if you do have high blood pressure or heart conditions, definitely consult your physician. It's not recommended for those with those conditions. So you can do just gentle breathing if you do have either of those health conditions, and always on the exhale, drawing that belly in. You're still working the core. Okay. So again, I hope you liked the time with me today. I hope you enjoyed the beautiful outdoors that I hopefully brought to you. And I look forward to seeing you again on the mat very soon. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. Namaste.